So there we are. And I do quite enjoy using pencils when I'm a bit lazy and I just want to do a doodle. There we are. This book is actually a photo album, so just had the really thick paper, and at the time I didn't want to use it as a photo album, hence why it's quite difficult to turn the pages over. It's a big old thick book. It's David Tennant. A wolf. A close-up of his eye. A humanoid. Alien of some kind. I think that's it for this book. That was done in pencil. The rest of it, there's a lot of paint in there. I'll move that to the side. Here's another sketchbook that I've used. This is Ian from the Vampire Diaries. In the Vampire Diaries he's called Damon. Oh my goodness, he's good looking. You should Google him. I do a lot of sketches, ideas, panels, final copies. I think this is what I put up as a thank you for my 100 followers on Instagram. It's basically the Hulk, because I'm a bit of a nerd, a bit of a geek, a fanatic. Oh, this is actually watercolour, so sorry for that being in there, but here we are. Here's a picture. I actually did a how-to on Instagram on this one, just doing the stages, because the paper's basically a watercolour pad. It's Crawford and black. You can see a lot of the textures coming through on like the hair and the colouring in, as you can see. I do enjoy that. I enjoy the colours that come with it. As I said, this is a watercolour pad, so I usually watercolour and rip the pages out, and that goes into my collection. I've got quite a lot of pieces of paper similar to this. I haven't got them with me because they just get lost, and I've just moved house, so you know I didn't have everything together. But I basically take a feature and I draw a load on a piece of paper so that I can just practice getting them better. So like the actual technique, and so like the detailing. If you do a big photo, see that's my hand next to it. It's quite a big eye. It's easier to get in there with the details. And this is one of my books that I like to take out with me, so I can have a doodle or a sketch in like Costa coffee or something with a cake. I like to also experiment with the pen and the pencil, so on this side obviously it's just pencil, and on this side I've included some pen work in there just to accentuate some features. I also do like doing a few doodles of some anime cartoony characters. Oh, that's just a fist. Yeah. A duck! Oh my goodness, how cute is that? I always thought it was hilarious. I don't know whether you've seen on Facebook or just the internet in general, but someone pointed out to me that the beak of ducks look like a Labrador dog. See, there's his ears and the two eyes, and so like just the nose at the end, and obviously that's his muzzle. Oh my goodness, I've not been able to ignore that since. I think it is hilarious. Yes, I might be easily amused, but you know, at least I'm happy. And then I'll check these guys out. Some more cartoons and ideas and doodles. Oh yes, this was a couple of years ago actually, but this is for a christening. I did a commission. The baby mama in question really likes, you know, those tatty teddy bears that you can get. So I wanted to design a picture to paint so that they can hang it in the wall. So I went through quite a few. So Tatty Teddy just sitting, Tatty Teddy with a butterfly, Tatty Teddy holding some pens and pencils and just bits and bobs like a toothbrush. And here we are, Tatty Teddy in a boat and some water. This is like a rainbow. I think this is the one I went with in the end. I don't think I have the end copy because it's obviously in the baby's bedroom, but you know. Here's another idea I had. So this is Tatty Teddy puffing up some baby powder, and he's wearing a little ducky. Oh, it's adorable. And then back to some actual pictures. This is a combination of pencil and colouring pencil and pen, and I think this actually turned out really lovely. I think she looks very pretty little fairy. This is actually a picture of my cat I tried to draw. Hey Tom! There he is. Look how cute he is. Have a look at the camera, mister. So cute and fluffy. He's like my little tag team. Oh yeah, this is actually some fan art. So this is from Treasure Planet. It's a cartoon movie, but I absolutely love it. I'm into sort of like the whole Disney Pixar cartoon type films. Yes, I'm in my late 20s, but I've never actually grown up. So pretty. She's a pretty cool girl. Trying again to do the facial features. I realised I drew her fringe way too low. I wasn't happy with that, so I didn't continue. I started drawing a cat, but I did the outline of it. I don't know whether you can see that properly, but never actually continued. Here's another fairy. She's just sitting. Obviously there's her wings, and she's sitting on a toadstool. I think I saw this idea of a picture elsewhere. I can't remember where though. So I just went about and just doodled it whilst I was out. I think this was the first copy of a painting I've done. Maybe in another video you will see that. So this was just like a doodle, a first copy of an idea that I had in my mind. Do it quickly just to get it down so I can remember to draw it later. Inspired by Frozen. Don't know whether you can tell that. Here I'm just practicing with hair. So I liked infusing the different colours together. So basically the actual figure herself, she's just an outline, you know, and I was just focusing more on the hair to practice hair. Here's another figure. I don't know who it is. It could be a, I don't know, Belle from Beauty and the Beast and Frozen, Elsa's love child, who knows. Oh, I saw, I'm sure you know or have heard of the Kardashians, but one of the girls there, Kylie Jenner, her hair is just fantastic, and I love the features that she does and so like the different colours, so this was actually inspired by her. Here I am trying to get better with actual facial features. It's actually really hard to do, but I think I've really gotten a lot better in the last year. Practicing some lips. Here's another face. Here she is. She's quite pretty, very lovely. Quite impressed with this actually. I love how the hair turned out and the eyes, and it's one of the best noses I've ever done actually as well. And after the lips that I've done, I practiced on the page before here, I think these turned out quite nice too. Here's another one. Who was watching Tomb Raider at the time, so I just put this down because I was inspired by the beautiful Lara Croft. Lara Croft is just, she's wonderful. Even as the console games, just a brilliant character. Absolutely brilliant character. Oh, this is what happens when you try and watercolour on a normal watercolour pad. So I kind of gave up with that. I moved over to a watercolour pad, and I just do a lot of doodles. So if you're going to ask me, you know, what do I do? What do I use to do all these beautiful, wonderful pictures? Well, basically this. Da 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 da. Yes, a bit messy. It's basically the top of a CD container. I've just popped in everything in there upside down. I've got everything from a pair of scissors in here. I've got my sharpener. I've got my rubber. And then I've got just all my pens and pencils that I've collected over the years. At the moment, I'm just using this recycled pencil. See? just to do the actual pencil work. I've got different types of pens, so I've got these pens to do the actual pen work. This is the extra small, so it's got a very fine nib. I don't know whether you can see that very well. Try and put it against the paper. Can you see how fine that nib is in comparison to just a normal fine on, this is actually a permanent marker. Yes, I sometimes use that, but you can see the two different sizes there. It allows you to get in and do a lot of detail, and when I need to do something even bigger, we've got the Sharpie. Here we are. Check out those different nib sizes. Impressive, I know. And the actual pens and pencils that I use, the rest of them, so like I've got a lot of felt tips from probably Asda for £1. A lot of these pencils are still the pencils that I've used from school. As you can see, because there's quite a lot of length still in these pencils, I never really drew that much whilst I was in school, but over the last year I've really kind of gotten into it, and so like enjoyed myself and learned what to do and how to use the different pencils and use the different colours and how to merge everything together. And I've actually really enjoyed it now that I've actually started. But these are my favourite types of pencils. I'll pop it down to see whether we can get the transcript up. See, it's just a Crayola pencils. This is red orange, but I really enjoy just the feel of the pencils in my hands, and I think the actual the colour here at the end of the pencil is it feels soft on the paper rather than hard and scratchy, and I enjoy that because I think the colours combine together a lot better than when it's scratchy. So really, yeah, that's what I do, and that's how I draw. And there are my companions that help me out. Happy drawing!